Okay. So, happy Thursday, everyone. Ooh, does anyone feel we're like, it's that time of the semester? So, not gonna lie, I'm a bit messy, y'all. But I assume y'all will be too, so that's fine. But yeah, I guess I can wait a bit. Just in case more people want to join the broadcast, but I'll wait because we're gonna be learning a new method of zine making. So, we're gonna want as many people to see that before we go into it, because it's gonna be a lot. So. But yeah. So yeah, I'll just wait a bit. How are y'all's doing tonight? I'm doing pretty good. It's like sort of that calm before the storm because I have like so many assignments due this upcoming Monday. And I mean, they've been on my mind, but it'd be better if like it would be through a pencil or something. But you know, we do what we gotta do. It is what it is. Okay, so the theme for this week, chosen by you, all of you who participated in the stories, is cinematic universes. So, okay, to be honest, I don't really watch franchises, so yeah, I don't really know many official cinematic universes, but I figured I'd choose like Wes Anderson because, you know, he has a distinct style, so I figured, you know what, that's a universe that I want to explore, and that'd be cool. So a bunch of my cutouts this week are Wes Anderson movies, the ones that I've seen. There's still quite a few I haven't, but yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight. But yeah, so okay. Hoping you all have your supplies, scissors, a ruler, an X-Acto knife. Love X-Acto knives. Yeah, okay, I guess I can get started. I guess. Okay, I'll get started. Okay. So, okay, I said that this week you should have 2 pieces of white paper. To be honest, you could totally use 1. It depends on how many pages you want in your zine. So, I mean, okay, this is what we're gonna do. So, if you follow along, we're just gonna make a fold this way. Okay. Just gonna make a fold like that. And make sure to like refold everything so that your folds are like really easy to bend. And then once we've done the first fold like that, then we're gonna cut across that line. So I mean, folding helps if you want it to be like exact. But I mean, if you want to wing it, that'd be a bit weird, but up to you. Whatever your creativity looks like. Okay, and then you're gonna have 2 sheets like that. Okay, but hold on to that, because then we're gonna have to do it to this sheet too. Okay. Just keep folding so that it's easy to see too. And then you do the same thing essentially. You just cut it in half. But yeah, like I said, you don't have to use an X-Acto knife. That's just my preferred method of cutting stuff. Like I said, it's really good to cut straight lines. But yeah, not much cutting for this zine making, except for when you're doing your cutouts. But yeah, so if you had your 2 sheets, then we cut them up like this. Okay? So, okay, following that, we're gonna fold. We're gonna keep and like group everything together like this. And then we're gonna make our booklet. Now this booklet in particular, why I said you can like totally use 1 page if you want, that's fine. Yeah, like I said, it depends on how many pages you want in your zine. And this zine is really cool because like it's almost as, okay, not as big as like a regular size publication, but like it's still like a lot more space than the 1-page zine. But yeah, so stapling, okay, this is where it all depends on what supplies you have. So, okay, I can show you both ways to do this. Okay, so if you have your standard stapler, I asked you guys to have a standard stapler this time around because, yeah, if you use something small like this, it's not really gonna work unless the method I'm about to show you, like, it could work for that, but if you wanted it to be a bit easier, what you'd have to do with this is that because, like, it doesn't go all the way through, and that's what you want it to go all the way through, then what I usually do, since I have my X-Acto knife, usually I just, like, put it down on the pad, and then I'd take my ruler, and then my X-Acto knife, and then I'd sort of, like, find a bit of space to, like, cut off, and then I just, like, cut the edges off until I'm able to, like, hit the middle and staple it, like, pretty easy. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. But I'll also show you another method, which is what I usually do. One thing I forgot to ask you guys to have is, like, some sort of needle or pin, because that's gonna make this 10 times easier. But how I did it before was, okay, basically you'd get, like, 3 staples, like that, and then I'd usually use something to open them up. I've been through a lot of methods, y'all, and I'm here to teach y'all what I've learned. A lot of trial and error, but you know what, that's fine. Okay. But yeah, so you're gonna open it up like that so that it makes like a, if you can see that, sorry. But yeah, you're gonna do the same thing for, you can either do 2 staples or 3 staples. I'm gonna do 3 staples here. But yeah, just open it up like that so that they're sort of upright. Okay, how I usually did it, and this was not that efficient, is that usually I would, like, just try to puncture it as hard as possible so that I would just, like, struggle puncturing it through, like, the edges. But obviously there's a much more efficient way to do that. But if you have a pin or like a needle, like a sewing needle or anything like that, that makes it 10 times easier. Basically what you do is, oh, okay, I thought I lost a staple. Okay, yeah, also these staples, they're like easy to lose amongst your clutter. So just make sure you keep them in a safe place because you're gonna be looking down and then all of a sudden they're gonna disappear. But yeah, so what you're gonna do is take one of your staples And then just get like a pen or a writing utensil. And then sort of mark where the 2 points of the staples are. And then you just mark the areas where you'd want it to be stapled. But yeah, I have a lot of cutouts tonight, y'all, so I'm definitely not gonna finish it on the broadcast. Yeah, and also, like, I noticed that I went over last time and I didn't even notice. I was talking for, like, 5 extra minutes, I swear, and before I noticed that the broadcast ended. So that was embarrassing. But, yeah. So, once you've, made marks for where you want to put your staples, then you just take your pin and then you just start puncturing the holes that you marked, or the points that you marked, so that it'll be easier for the staples to go through. Like I said before I had that revelation, I was just trying to puncture it with the staple itself, and that was not efficient, and that was very frustrating. But you won't make that mistake. Unless, like, you want to experience making mistakes, because that's fine. You learn a lot from making mistakes. Alright. Okay, so once you've made all your puncture marks... Ooh! Hey, Rebecca! We're already, like, kind of through it, but I can quickly go through it again. 1 sec, y'all. But basically what I was showing is how to make puncture marks, because we're gonna be using staples this time around. So you know what, I'll quickly re-show y'all what folds to make. It's like super easy. Okay, so you want to get your 2 sheets. Oh, dang. Okay, you get your 2 sheets of plain paper. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fold both of them this way. Alright, y'all? Like that. So we're gonna fold them halfway. And then, like I said before, folding it again so that it's, like, easier to see, easier to fold. And then you're just gonna do the same thing for your second piece of paper. Like so. I can never have too many, like, blank zine sheets, so I'm gonna have a lot of little zines to be able to fill up. When winter break comes, I can't do anything now, y'all. So much work. Like, do you ever have those times where you're like, is university, like, worth it? I think to an extent it is. Not gonna get political on Maine, but I feel like it should be a bit cheaper. But... you know, we live in Canada, so you can only dream so much in a capitalist society. Because you gotta work all the time, obviously. Okay, y'all. Did you see that? So for 2 of our pieces of paper, you're gonna fold them in half, like this. Alright. Yeah, big mood. Okay, so yeah, you have your 2 sheets, and then once you have those 2 sheets, you can either get your scissors or you can get your X-Acto net. You know what? I'll do it scissors this time because I never use scissors. It's time to do new thing. Well, okay. Obviously, I've cut before with scissors, but for this broadcast, I've been attached to the X-Acto knife, so I'm gonna cut. Okay, y'all, I'm gonna use scissors. Whoa. And then you cut the page in half where you folded it. Okay, never mind. Now I know why I like the X-Acto knife better. I'm backtracking. I don't like this pair of scissors, so I'm gonna X-Acto knife. That's why it's good to have options. The X-Acto knife is just so clean, y'all. Like, 10 out of 10, honestly. Okay. See, that took me like, what, half a second? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, I kind of messed up. Oh, row. Okay. It got a bit messy there. And then you do the same thing for your second page. Using scissors? Society! I know, we live in a society. Can y'all believe? What? Okay. So, again, you're gonna do the same thing for your second page and just cut where you folded. And there you go. And no worries if your edges, like, you cut them bad, like I did just now. Because sometimes I think a little roughed up, like, zines, they look, like, pretty cool. So that's always fine. But yeah, okay, so once you have your 4 sheets, which are essentially 2 full pages cut in half, so once you have those, then we're gonna group them all together like this, and then we're gonna fold it like a booklet, y'all. Like so. Fold it in half, like that. Okay, so then you have like the beginning of your booklet, and like I said before, it depends on how many pages you want. You could definitely have like more than 2 full sheets. You can even use 1 sheet if you wanted. That would just have like less pages. But yeah, this zine is a good step up from the 1-page zine because you have like just so much more space. It's a bit more like a traditional like publication where you can like flip through the pages. The only thing is that these are a bit harder to design. So if you don't, so like, okay, obviously I was a bit busy this week, so I couldn't plan out what my zine's gonna look like. But if you want to, since these are a bit hard to like work with, you can plan out your pages, and then like I said before, you can get like a pencil or something, and then you can just mark the pages, what, like, this is the cover page, this is the first page, second page, and then like once you have all of those organized, remember y'all, I said cue cards. Cue cards are great for planning zines. So basically what I almost did, I like cut no, I didn't cut. I drew a line through the middle to represent like the page fold. And like what's great is that you can save paper and then do it on 1 sheet. And yeah, and then you can like plan out what you want to put on the page. But yeah, you have a lot more space. You have a lot more like room to do more, but it's just if you want to like paste and like do stuff like that, if you automatically staple it, that'll be a bit hard to do. But yeah, okay, so there were 2 methods of stapling. One was when I was very ignorant, and then I was showing y'all how to do it in when I was enlightened. So the first way I did it was that, okay, I asked y'all to get a standard size stapler. I hope you have that. If you don't, that's fine, because I'll show you a way to get staples in without having to like go like this. And then stapling, because it's, yeah. So if you see, it's not gonna reach like standard letter paper. It's not gonna reach the middle with like a standard stapler. So what I usually did was that I would like take my zine and then I would like do it as it was like that. And then I would take my X-Acto knife, or if you have scissors, I don't know, to be honest, like cutting scissors. I don't know if any of you have cut multiple pages before, but it always looks wonky. So remember, I like the X-Acto knife. But yeah, essentially what I did is that I put it on the pad, and then I like took my ruler, and then I like chose a bit to cut off on the side there, and then I'd like X-Acto that off a bit so that I'd cut it enough so that like the stapler would reach the middle, and then you could easily like, oh yeah, tip, to get the like proper staples, you have to staple it with the flap going this way, not like this way, because it'll be reversed. So when you're stapling, if you did the method that I just explained, then make sure the zine is folded like that way up so that the staple doesn't look weird. And then once you've cut off the edges, if you were doing that method, that's how I usually did it, then it would be easy to like get to the middle and then just staple it. But the method I was showing was basically you could like get 3 staples and just like staple them into your hands so that you'd have like 3 closed staples. But then what I did was, you know, you can take your scissors or your X-Acto knife, and then you'd sort of have to open like the staples so that they stand upwards like that. I hope y'all probably can't see that, but I'll try to show you as best as possible. But yeah, so that they're standing upright like that. It's a bit of work, but it's like I said, if you have a bunch of time on your hands and you just want to like do something creative and like get your mind off of certain things, this is fine. But yeah, so then your staple should look like that. Okay? And then essentially what I did that for the 3 of them. And then you can just take like one of your writing utensils, and then you go down like as many staples as you want, and then you just mark, like you take the staple as it is opened, and then you just mark where the holes would go, so you can see how long the staple is. I think I'm gonna do 2 staples for this scene. Oh yeah, and one thing I forgot to include in the things you'll need list, because I didn't think I'd be showing you this method. But, okay, what I'd usually do again before I was enlightened is that I'd literally just take my staple and then I'd like try to puncture it as much as possible. Obviously that was really frustrating, so I would just like try to puncture it like as hard as I can, and it would just get so messy. But okay, this is what you need to do. You get a pin, like if you sew like one of those pins, or if you have a, what are these called? Bobby pins, I think. Oh my god. But yeah, okay, essentially, like, you'd already have your holes marked, so then all you'd have to do is puncture it, and make sure your pages line up so that you're not puncturing it weird. And then you just puncture the holes in. And whatever pin you have will probably do a good job with that. Definitely make sure that it's sharp. But don't puncture yourselves. Always be wary, unless you want to get punctured. That's fine too. That's your business. Okay, and then you just do the same for the bottom. But yeah, I mean, you can do it with staples. It's the only thing, staples aren't sharp enough, so it's gonna take a bit more strength to get it through the pages. But yeah, essentially that's what you do. And then you take the staples that you opened, and then you just puncture them through the holes you just punctured. And then you're gonna have a stapled booklet. So much more secure than the one, well, actually, no, the one-page zine is pretty secure because that's like 1 page. But this definitely, oh my gosh. Okay, I think I lost my pages. Oops. Gonna have to Oh, never mind. Found the puncture. Okay. And then, yeah, you just puncture through the holes you just made. And then you'll have a stapled zine. Sort of. You didn't staple it, but you use staples to close it. But yeah, for those of you who came tonight, what cinematic universe are you gonna do? I was telling everyone that I'm doing Wes Anderson since I don't really watch franchises, but his universe is very, like, distinct, so I figured might as well. And then you just do it again for this part, put your staples in. Oop. And oop, oh my gosh. These can be a little tricky, y'all. Just... Ow. Okay. And then you just push them down so that they're like, they look more stapled. And then there, you have your closed zine. A stapled zine. True Star Wars, the classic cinematic universe. I watched the first one, like the original 1977 one. But as Rebecca knows, watching the next two wasn't so successful. I like KO'd because I was so tired that night, amongst other things. But yeah, okay, so this is my OG zine. And then I made staples for that, and I'm just gonna put those together. You know what sucked about me watching Star Wars? Is that I knew the plot twist. Like, imagine hearing that plot twist back in, like, the 80s. I bet that was, like, insane. But no, I knew the plot twist behind Luke's thing. I don't want to say too much because I spoiled something earlier and I felt so bad. But yeah, I knew what the plot twist was, so it wasn't that surprising. I mean, obviously when it came, I was like, whoa. But yeah, it didn't hit as good, you know? Magical Jubilee Studio. Yes! I've heard about that. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen movies from that, but I see it all the time. And it looks pretty cool. Especially, like, the way they animate food, I think. Unless that's, like, a different movie series, then oops. But yeah, okay, so we have our stapled pages. And that's how you do it, y'all. Now you have, like, a zine with, like, pages. See, isn't that awesome? Like, whoa. Now you have more pages to work with. You're not limited to the one-page zine. Unless you love the one-page zine, that's fine. You can definitely use that. Everyone has been spoiled on... Yeah, it's been like, what? 30 years? I know, but you never know who doesn't know the spoiler. So, like, that's why I'm so against people who are like, you've had, like, 13 years or whatever to watch this movie. Like, no, people watch things at different points in their life. So you can't just, like, say spoilers and be like, oops, sorry. Like, it's been out for 30 years, you should have watched it. Like, hello, that's a little, like, rude, but okay. Anyways. But yeah, I'm sorry for spoiling Fight Club. Rebecca. Anyways. So, you're gonna have... Okay, this zine, if you use 2 pages, then you're gonna have... Okay, I don't know. It's like I always said, I don't like writing on, like, this page, but including this page, not including the front page and the back page, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14 pages, y'all. Whoa! That's a lot of pages you can do a lot with. But yeah, I guess I can start decorating. Okay, I don't know if it's possible, but can one of you tell me when like we're about to hit, like maybe if it's 7:30 or so, because the way I went over last time, that was wild. But anyways, okay, so my zine is gonna be about the Wes Anderson cinematic universe. Like, we all know Wes Anderson. We all, well, I don't know, I shouldn't say we all, that's not universal, but okay, yeah, so I have cutouts here. I mean, like, see, when you have so many pages, you have just, like, so many possibilities, so I think some of these are a bit too big, but that's fine. That's why I have my X-Acto knife, and why I have my scissors. So you gotta be prepared for these things, y'all. Okay, I did know I wanted to leave the first page blank, and then I was gonna write, like, this is a zine about the Wes Anderson cinematic universe. So I'm gonna move on to my second page, and yeah, so the first page, I was gonna yeah, since I didn't want to print too much, I was gonna do layout, so I was gonna fill up the whole page with Wes Anderson films. So yeah, I guess I can start on that. Okay. But yeah, very interesting suggestions for themes this week, y'all. Like, I thought hip-hop was pretty compelling. That one is pretty cool. Ooh, there's also fashion. Like, that's pretty cool. I don't know who suggested that, but fashion would have been dope. But, like, I wonder what fashion they had in mind when they said that, because I don't really know anything about the fashion world. But honestly, I would have went with what I knew, which would be, like, obviously punk fashion, like classic punk fashion, because there's a lot of misconceptions with punk fashion. Like, a lot of people mix up British punk fashion with just, like, punk in general, and, like, yeah, that was punk, but you gotta know the origins of these things, y'all. Okay, but that's, like, a geek rant, but, and we're not doing fashion this week. We're doing cinematic universes. So, okay. I did have some coloring utensils because I wanted to make some backgrounds, because those are always nice. But yeah, y'all, I'm definitely not gonna finish my zine in this broadcast, but especially because apparently I talk too much. But yeah. Let me know how you're doing. I had pencil crayons, but crayons just hit better. Ooh, I should do pink. Ooh, yeah, okay, so oh, whoa! Fashion icon. I don't know about that, though. What? I mean, that hat, though. Fall fashion queen Rebecca. Your house always got no heat, so you're always probably dressing like bumping. Your outfit's popping. I promise y'all, if there are any phrases that catch on, I will not make merch. I promise that. I may make buttons, actually, because buttons are cool. Okay. But yeah, what was I talking about? I have to. It was iconic. Okay. So, the first Wes Anderson movie that I'm doing is Bottle Rocket. And, like, to be honest, this is just one of my favorite indie movies in general. Also, I have it on VHS, so that's one of my, like, most prized possessions, because I didn't think I'd ever come across that. But yeah, Toronto. Thanks, Value Village. I don't collect as much anymore because I am broke. Very hard to find a job in these times. That's fine. We shall overcome. Okay. But yeah, you already know I got my Spotify codes. One thing that I love about Wes Anderson movies, obviously, is that his soundtracks are, like, pretty nice. I'll give him that. But yeah, Bottle Rocket. This movie was... I don't know. A lot of these movies I haven't watched in a long time, honestly. But yeah, I don't know. I think what I remember by looking at this poster, there was Owen Wilson and then his brother Luke Wilson, and then Owen Wilson breaks Luke Wilson out of jail. Wait, no, I think he was in a psychiatric hospital, and then he was like, "Yo, dude, I want to rob like this place." And then obviously he was like, what the heck? Sure. Because, you know, obviously they gotta do that. Because that one friend, you know that one friend who's always like, let's do this. And then you have to be like, okay, fine, let's do it. So he did that. I don't know. I thought it was a pretty good movie. Like I said, I don't remember a lot from it. Because I haven't seen it in so long. But I liked it. I like Owen Wilson. He seems cool. Like, imagine coming up with your best friend like that. Because I think they met at the University of Texas. I think. Please don't take what I say as fact. Because, first of all, I've been saying a lot of names wrong, which I acknowledge and I feel so bad for. It's just that I don't talk about these things often, so then I, like, whatever pronunciation that came up in my brain is how I'd always say it. But, yeah, so I acknowledge that. Whoever's name I said wrong, I'm sorry. Okay, what design should I do for... Man, crayons are so awesome. But yeah, pretty much from this point on, you're just designing your zine. So if you have any questions, I'm here to answer them for you. If you want me to re-show you how to make it, that's fine. I'm here for y'all. I'm here to go at your pace. I'm here to answer your question. I'm here to support you. Because creativity can be such a coveted thing. And you know what? We need support creativity. Not just creativity that has, like, been through rigorous training. Because if you just like doing creative stuff on your own time, but you think you're not good enough because you didn't have that formal training, like, no. Like, there's a space that will take what you made and they will cherish it. Like here at the Continuist. We accept all skill levels, whatever art you created, we will take it and we will cherish it and we will celebrate it because we truly believe that everybody can be creative and that creativity is sort of like a spectrum where it's like, yeah, you can learn how to be, like, really good. Ooh, shout out to Arlas. Ooh, if you go on the Arlas website, y'all, you're gonna see us. Whoa! Yeah, we're officially up there now. So check that out. What did I want to do? Okay. But yeah, if you were at our launch... The Arlas president, Joselle, She was our closing poem. Ooh! That was a powerful poem. And fun fact, Joselle, if you ever watched this, I designed your layout. A bit of self-promotion there. But yeah, I designed that. But yeah, really, oh my gosh. But if you have a chance, we had a launch party last week. That's why we couldn't have Quaranzines. But yeah, our launch party for our Spotlight zine, which was celebrating BIPOC creatives. And oh my gosh, there is nothing better than hearing like a written work coming out of the mouth of the person who wrote it. Like, I'm standing by that. That's why I wish we were in person so bad. But even through a Zoom call, like, it was just so powerful. And I was so glad that I got to hear all of those people, like, recite their own words. It was great. So if you want to see that, don't worry, we got you. We got you. If you go to our website, thecontinuous.com, then, yeah, if you scroll down a bit, you'll see a blog post that says, like, Spotlight is here, or something like that. And then it'll link you to a recording of the Zoom. But yeah, it was a good night. But don't worry if you missed it, because we're gonna have another one. And that's not a secret, because obviously we said that we're gonna be releasing 4 zines this year. But big news coming ahead. What? Oh my gosh, y'all, you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. This announcement, like, I know I kept saying, I always hype up every single announcement, so that could lose its, like, hype. But no, I'm not lying, y'all. The announcement that's gonna drop this Monday, ooh, you're gonna want to be in on that. I swear, it's gonna be big. Like, the Continuous team, our brains are, like, bubbling with ideas, because I can't even say it, because I'd say too much. That's why you gotta, like, stay tuned. Okay, so many of my cutouts are really big. That's frustrating, but anyways, we make do. That's fine. Oh, man, I can't wait. Oh, I want to say the announcement now, but that's not fair to the team. That's not what this is about. But I'm just saying, Monday, you're gonna be scrambling, being like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the Continuous just dropped that. What? And then you're gonna want to get involved, because it's gonna be dope. Okay. Looking all right. Why did I print these so big? It's all right. No, oh my gosh, I'm like Tom Holland. Like, isn't he the guy who, like, spoils stuff for fans? I don't really follow Marvel either. See, I'm exposing myself, y'all. We're doing cinematic universes, and I don't know the biggest ones. But yeah, I swear Tom Holland is the one who, like, obviously you have to interact with fans. So then I heard that he, like, spoiled some stuff. Like, he revealed a poster that wasn't so, like, that was supposed to be confidential. And then he was on live, and then he was just looking at it, and then he was like, oops. But luckily I don't have any posters, y'all, so that's not gonna be me. Sorry, Tom Holland, but I'm different. He's a nice guy. Saying that as if he'll see this. Oh, I should have cut this. That's fine. Oh, now I don't think I want this in here. You know what? I can put that on a different page. That's fine. Okay. Ooh, yes, that's perfect. R.I.P. in peace to Tom Holland, but I'm different. Also, that's another franchise that's been spoiled for me. Because I know, you know that, like, when it first... Okay, I don't know what the movie's called, but that last movie, I guess, where they were gonna defeat Thanos. Yeah, so I know that was, like, the biggest thing for that franchise. But obviously I hadn't seen all of the movies. I've only seen some. But I haven't seen all, so then I couldn't really follow along. So I missed out on that. But I already, like, seen the most critical moment. I won't spoil, I swear. But, like, I already saw the most, like, critical moment where everyone was like, oh my gosh, whoa. Especially, like, with that political video that was going around. Where it was, like, everybody... Oh, okay, that's sort of a spoiler, so... I'll cut it there. But yeah, that most critical moment... Yes, exactly, Endgame. Thanks, Tatspita. But... yeah, that was spoiled for me, so I already know what happened. But it looked epic as hell. Like, I could feel the epicness. But I wish I could have, like, experienced it with everybody else. Because I heard it was, like, wild. But at the same time... around the same time, it was also the Game of Thrones finale. Oh, shoot, maybe that's... But that's not cinema, though. But, okay, if we were doing just, like... universes in general, I was obsessed with Game of Thrones. Oh my gosh. Ooh! Yeah, I think the finale for Game of Thrones was happening at the same time as Endgame. And then I saw a spoiler. I was looking for, like, Game of Thrones stuff on Twitter, and then I saw an Endgame spoiler, and I was like, what is this? So... a lot of things ruined there. Hey, I finished my first page, y'all. I'm not even excited. Yeah, I heard, like, the theater was popping during that, so... yeah, but, oh my gosh, y'all, I finished my first page! But I'm not gonna show it to you, like, all at once like that, because it's like, I'm gonna scan them, and then you can view it. Alright. Oh, wait, I had more cutouts! Wow, okay. Okay, y'all, reminder, when you're printing out your cutouts, be wary of what size they'll be. So, like, for example, this is half of a letter page. So, make sure when you're making printouts, I never make sure, but when you're making printouts, make sure they're not too big. I always do that. Hi, Joselle! Ooh, we were just talking about you. A lot of praise going around, though. Okay. So my second page... okay, I gotta put away these cutouts that I forgot to put in. R.I.P. to these cutouts. Sorry. Okay, so the second page... ooh, is gonna be Rushmore. Okay. I have some... okay, I haven't seen this movie in a long time, too, but I have opinions... Max, the main character, he was a little piece of work. My God, I don't know how many of you have seen Rushmore, and I'm pretty sure that was, like, supposed to be what his character was supposed to be like, but, like, dang, he was so weird. Like, he was a bit much. Not even a bit much. He was wild. Okay. So we have Rushmore now. Okay, his colors were, like, green. So we're gonna go with green, y'all. But yeah, I guess I'll explain Rushmore. So Rushmore was basically about this kid named Max. Oop. Wait, why are you scarred? What scarred you about Rushmore? I know there's some like this kid is too much. Okay, so basically I'll just like quickly go through the plot. But basically this is Max Fisher. He's the main character. He goes to this place called Rushmore, his school. It's a private school, and like this kid is in so many clubs, like he's involved, but like, okay, his downfall is that he is confident AF. Ew, what? Oh, sorry, not okay, I didn't mean to say ew, but like idolize this kid. Okay, well, I know if you're looking at cinema from a critical standpoint, you could, like, technically this was, okay, I wouldn't say the start, but I know Wes Anderson was, like, one of the ones who popularized, like, nerd cinema or nerd culture in, like, mainstream media. So, yeah, a lot of quirkiness, but, like, idolize this, knowing this kid, he was a bit much, like... When I was going, like, trying to find cutouts for this... Okay, actually, I think that's a bit inappropriate, so I won't say that. But... Oh yeah, I was explaining the plot. Okay, so he goes to Rushmore, and he's, part of a bunch of clubs, but the thing about Max is that he is too confident. Like, his confidence is his downfall. His hubris, So, like, he's confident AF, and then eventually he gets kicked out of Rushmore because he's doing all these clubs, but, like, he's not doing the work, so he gets put on academic probation. And then this kid, like, his school was his whole world, and I think that's the main point of the movie. It's, like, things are much more important to you, and they seem much more big when you're, like, a teenager, which I think Wes Anderson addressed that well in his movie. But yeah, Max, the way he carried himself, like, he got a lot of stuff done, I commend that, but, like, yeah, definitely his confidence got in the way of, like, realizing certain things, like, for example, that, like, your teacher is definitely not gonna, like, get with you. Like, Max was a smart kid. He, like, do you really think, like, you're underage, first of all. Like, do you really think she's gonna go for you? That's weird. Oh, I didn't make a background. That's fine. Yeah, that was weird, Max. Like, your teacher is of legal age, and you think she's gonna risk her career for you? If Max... Okay, now, Max would not run the continuous, in my opinion. I bet he'd try to. He'd probably try to. But... And oops, sorry, y'all. That's probably for my mom. I don't know if y'all remember last time, but I said my mom loves talking. Not to shade my mom, but obviously she talks a lot. And she's very loud. Love you, Mom! What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Max at the continuous. I don't know. He'd probably be involved somehow. But I don't know, this is... What? You know what? Now I'm thinking, where would Max go to university? Because his whole life was at Rushmore, and he was so obsessed with Rushmore. But Max, where do you go from there? Like, this kid was so obsessed with his school. But I guess that goes again with the whole theme of, like, when you're a kid, you don't have a lot of, like, hindsight. So, like, yeah, Rushmore was important to him in the moment, but it was so important that it was distracting him from maybe thinking about the future. Not that you have to think of the future, at his age especially, but yeah, he was, like... I think another thing you can say is, like, if you attach yourself to something too hard and you don't have, like, other hobbies or something. Like, if you attach yourself to something, like, way too much and then you lose that thing, you're gonna be, like, a little messed up for a while. Trying to figure out how you're gonna move on from there. Ooh, that is so bleak. Sorry, y'all. But I mean, it's sort of the truth, though. That's why I always advocate for picking up hobbies. Like zine making. Like, if Max had a hobby like this, instead of stalking his, like, teacher and other adults, like, he probably would have had a better time, honestly, I think. But that kid, yeah, he was a bit much. But from what I remember, it was a happy ending, so... But yeah, I guess the moral of the story, y'all... Don't let your confidence override your sense. And, you know, everybody is at some point too young to realize that what's going on in your life at the moment is not gonna be as big as it is that it will be in, like, maybe 10 years or so. So yeah, like, just chillax and enjoy life if you can. Because sometimes that can be a bit hard, but definitely pick up hobbies too. Outside of school. Because Max had, like, all his hobbies were in school. So once he got kicked out of Rushmore, he went off. But let's talk about his obsession with his teacher. That was weird. Like, sir, you are, like, 12. See, look, there's this, like, moment in the movie where he goes back, and then he's like, thank you for ruining my life. And it's like, first of all, like I said, you're, like, 12. So what life did she ruin? Plus, he would have ruined her life. Like, if like, they had pursued the relationship that he was wishing for, she would have been in jail. What? Like, Max, you were... Like, I feel bad for his teacher. And he's... Oh, yeah, I feel like I'd be so annoyed by him. He's so pretentious. Okay, yeah, this isn't a Max shaming party. It's like I said, he was young. So we make a lot of mistakes when we're young. But his mistakes were a bit much, though. We got Bill Murray. Bill Murray's always in Wes Anderson films. Bill Murray's cool. I don't know if he was appropriate for the teacher either. He was a bit old. But I mean, he has a lot of roles like that. But not just him. A lot of Hollywood, as we can see. Teacher was a bit young. Yeah, this is too big. So we're gonna cut that. Oh. But yeah, y'all, Rushmore. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie, yeah. But Max, I don't know. I feel like if you were a nerd like him, then you'd, like, relate to it. But for me, he was a bit much. It's 2 minutes to 8? What? Wow. That's wild. Okay. Apparently I've been talking a lot. That did not feel like an hour, but... Okay, y'all, well, I'm gonna get cut off soon. But, I mean, that was, like, how you make... I don't really know what this zine is called, but a stapled zine, so it's like a bit small. Don't worry. Yeah, one thing I forgot to clarify last time is just like, I'm gonna show you how to make a new zine, and then I'm gonna do that method for like 2 broadcasts so that we get used to it, you know, y'all? So, yeah. Just restart the live. Well, I mean, if you want to stay another like 30 minutes or so, only like audience consensus. I'll talk more about more Wes Anderson movies. I can give my opinions. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm gonna get cut off soon. Thanks, Rebecca, for giving me the heads up. Ooh. Yeah. But it's not giving me the message. That's weird. That's suspicious. How has it already been an hour? Wow. Okay, well. Thank you for joining me as always. Y'all are so creative, and I love knowing that you want to be creative and learn new skills, because I have lots to offer. Well, I don't know about lots, but I have some skills to offer you that I'd be happy to share. Ooh, speaking of, we have a new page on our website. I don't know how new, if y'all have visited, but it's called the DIY page, and I already wrote some articles for it. But like, yeah, it's basically sharing tips about, you know, certain creative processes. Like, obviously I talk about the one-page zine. And you know, like, we have one article coming up about filmmaking. Ooh, stay tuned for that. A lot's going up on the website, y'all. We have a new page called Zines by You. So, if, like, for example, if you complete this zine tonight that we did, you can scan it and then, like, separate it up into pages. And if you upload it as a PDF and you send it to us, you can be featured on our Zines by You page. Whoa! See, y'all, we're doing everything we can to just, like, appreciate y'all, because we know you're creative out there. And we just want to appreciate you. Because, you know what, the continuous... Yeah, well, you know what, I'm moving on. Enough Rushmore. Sorry, Max. Not to be anti-Max or something, but... Okay, we're moving on. Okay, the next Wes Anderson... I'm not getting cut off. This is wild. Maybe Instagram is like... They heard my qualms, and they were like, we're gonna give Eunice a break. Thanks, Instagram. Thank you for this platform. Okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna get cut off. The next movie I have here is The Royal Tenenbaums, obviously. The movie that, like, put it... I don't know. Was this the movie that put him on the map? I don't know. But yeah, we have The Royal Tenenbaums. This movie was weird, too. But that's just Wes Anderson. I don't know. What else can I say about this movie? Owen Wilson is a cowboy. That was cool. And if y'all know me, I love cowboys. That's just a general statement. Like, if you're a cowboy and you're thinking of sliding in my DMs or something, that's weird, but... Just cowboy culture, I mean. They really are. But I mean, you know, I guess the, like, general vibe of it is like, ooh, quirky. Like, we're so quirky and unconventional. But, like, 60s music is playing, so it's cool now. Okay, that is so not shade. Okay, okay. That sounded like shade, but I meant that in a, like... in a way that you can pick at popular culture. But like that's the defining thing of indie movies though, like the quirkiness of the characters. And Wes Anderson is a quirky guy, y'all. Quirky. Oh my gosh, I'm being so rude. Sorry. There's nothing wrong with being quirky. Cowboy slang. Well, sorry, cowboys, but I'm busy. We're all busy. Ask me in like 2021. First of all, social distancing. If you're not social distancing, if you probably have like a reasonable reason why, but in general, y'all should be social distancing if you go out. The best social distancing is staying home, like I've been doing, but obviously I understand that people work and that's fine. We live in a society, a capitalist society, and I'm actually, I don't know, why am I not being cut off? This is a little suspicious. After these past two, like, Instagram lives, they cut me off after an hour. What's going on, y'all? Throw your theories in the comments. Because I'm in confusion. Because usually I'd be cut off by now. Probably mid-rant. I mean, yeah, a lot of these movies I wouldn't watch again, but I took away from them. Honestly, his visual style is just like awesome. Just poppin'. I know there's always like this allure around what his home must look like, but he doesn't reveal that. Wait, no, I think he did. I think I saw an article where he revealed that. No, maybe not. I don't know. I think I'd be good at doing that, like concealing my private life so I seem more interesting. Instagram likes me. Maybe. And then they instantly cut me off. Ooh, the Instagram algorithm making a zine. True. Someone was probably like on Instagram. They were probably like, no, hold up, I'm making a zine. Instagram finally saw that you won't give up. Yeah, true. I will not give up. I will come here every other Thursday, y'all, and I will make zines with you. That's the promise I made at the beginning of the semester. That I'd be here whether you tune in or not, and I will show you how to make zines, and I will design zines with you. Because we love community. I will never give up, Instagram. But thank you for this platform. Yeah, just a reminder, on our website, y'all, we have a new page called Zines by You. And, like, it doesn't have to be this zine in particular, but if you're a zinester or you want to start making zines, like, the beauty about zines is that you can make them about anything you want. If you remember what I said in the first broadcast, zines about anything you want. Like, I have a lot of ideas for zines, but I haven't executed them since obviously, like, busy. But I was going to make a zine to publish on the Zines by You page. So stay tuned for that. I'll probably have to do that for winter break, though. So around winter break, you may be seeing a zine by Eunice. What? You heard it here first. Actually, now that we're talking about weirdness in Wes Anderson films, obviously I have Moonrise Kingdom in here. That movie was weird. I don't know about y'all, but watching like underage people doing lovey-dovey stuff, like the beginning of Stranger Things, like season 3, I was so uncomfortable just watching, like, okay, I guess I won't spoil that either. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but I won't say it just in case it is. But, like, I don't know, that kind of, I felt weird. But I guess I understand that, too. Obviously, I'm a culture studies, like, ACS major, so Wes Anderson came up, and apparently a lot of his movies deal with, like, childhood, and, yeah, just processing the world as a child, which is a very unique standpoint, which I guess you can sort of never get back. As an adult, you can only know it through nostalgia. But Wes Anderson does that a lot. Even my favorite director, Michel Gondry, he said that he never grew up, technically. And a lot of his movies are about, like, things that he was scared of as a child, things that, you know, he had anxieties about. Yeah. Yup. I was like, okay, I get it. Like, being in love as a kid is, like, wild. But I don't know. Okay, obviously, the last time I watched this, I was, like, underage. But still, watching kids dancing in their underwear, that's a bit, as a I was gonna say overage, that's so, as a person who is of legal age, that feels weird. But I get what his movies are going for. Because it's, like, childhood. The love is pure. He was like, what bird are you? And then she was like, I'm a raven. And the rest was history. Wait a second. Oh, okay, never mind. I thought I forgot something. Have you seen the Scary Movie movies? Yes! Well, I've seen some of them. Like the first one. Oh my god, wait. Which one was the one where Chris Elliott was in it? Chris Elliott is funny AF. The one where he had, like, that deformed hand. That was a good scary movie. That was funny. What was the first one again? Because I swear the haunted house one wasn't the first one. But yeah, the Scary Movie movies are funny. But I think those are the only... I know that's a franchise. See, that's a cinematic universe. But I don't know that well enough to make a zine out of it. But yeah, parody movies, I think only the Scary Movie franchise got it right, because I know they tried to do a bunch of, like, different parody movies, but the other ones were just so cringy. Like, I remember they tried to parody disaster movies, and it was so bad. I don't know. I don't remember what I think was called Disaster Movie or something. But it had, like, a parody of Juno in there, and it was so... Ugh, they should have stopped at, like, a Scary Movie. I love how they parody everything. Yup. Oh my gosh, yeah, Anna Faris, love her. Her and the House Bunny? Ooh, Anna Faris, she's funny. She's cool. But yeah. Parody movies are so cringy, but that's what makes them so appealing, though. I mean, not all movies have to be serious and, like, blah. If we wanna watch Scary Movie, you should have that right. Man, okay, now I'm gonna keep thinking about it. Can someone search it up? What was the first Scary Movie? Oh my gosh, and then her friend in the movie theater, I forgot her name, I'm sorry, y'all. But her friend in the movie theater, when she was, like, yelling, and everything, and she was like, oh my gosh, and then someone said shh, and then she had a video camera, and then she's like, yeah, that's right, you on candy camera now. That was funny. Oh, she was Scary Movie would not be it without her. I forgot her name. I'm sorry, y'all. I only remember Cindy. Brenda, yes! Brenda? Oh, she made that series. You on candy camera now! True. Ooh, okay, back to Wes Anderson for a quick sec. Not gonna lie, that iconic scene where Margot gets off the bus and that song These Days was playing. I love that scene. It is so, like, the music was perfect. The fact that they did it in slow-mo. Okay, it's kind of, okay. Wait, I think that's a spoiler, so I can't go in. I don't know, but they kind of reference it earlier. Okay, I won't reveal it. But these two... That was weird. But that scene was beautiful, I thought. I really liked it. So of course I put the Spotify code to that song. So that whoever gets my zine, I say this every time and then nobody gets my zine. So whoever gets my zine will be able to listen to the song from the scene. Whoa. Man, why did I make these so big? Okay, moving on. Moving on, everyone. Oh yeah, if you're just tuning in, a lot of my cutouts, I printed them too big so they don't fit on my page. Okay, yeah. Wait, can someone tell me what time it is? Quickly. If anybody's there. I think I'll cap it at 8:30 since I know it's that time of the year. So we gotta cap it at some point, y'all. Sorry. I have work. You probably have work. We can talk more about movies at our next broadcast. It's 8:18. Okay, sorry, y'all. I gotta cap it at 8:30. I have a lot of work to do. I know you want to stay here and chat, but... we have work, so it's good to be creative for like an hour and a half or so, but at some point you gotta know when to prioritize your work again, which blah, but you know, learning, yay. Okay, you know what, I'll design this later, but yeah, so for the last two films I had, it was The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Okay, I don't know if I said that right, but I don't know, yeah, this movie was, not gonna lie, I wasn't really feeling it. I mean, it had the classic Wes Anderson style, which is fine, but, yeah, I don't know, when I watched it, I was like, this was okay, also kind of weird. I don't know about you, but, like, obviously when we're talking about cinema, I was thinking a lot about like representation. And what's weird about, okay, obviously I'm not trying to say that you have to have representation in your films because your film is like whatever you make. Not that you can escape criticism, but I mean, we have seen people of color in Wes Anderson films. But my friend brought up a really good point. Like, I never took this thought that far, but even though he did have people of color in his movies, like brown people, honestly, I don't remember a lot of black people, except for like Donald Glover and the Royal Tenenbaums. But a lot of his characters who are people of color are in a position of servitude, which is, a lot to unpack there. But you know what? Looking back on his films, I'd have to say I agree. Because, like, Royal Tenenbaum, the Tenenbaum's dad, like, his friend was Indian. But that was another role that was, like, in servitude, so... Just an observation. You can, like, take that as you want. Not saying, like, anything specific. But in this movie in particular, The Life Aquatic, it was a bit weird as a half Filipino. There was the scene where obviously they're on like a boat. And then obviously when you're on a boat, sometimes you gotta encounter some pirates. But not like the yo-ho matey, like 18th century pirates, like modern day pirates. Which obviously, if you were thinking stereotypically, you'd think of like South Asian people or Northern Africans. But yeah, the pirates in this movie were Filipino. So then I was like watching the scene and I was like, okay, yeah, they're Southeast Asian, that okay. But then I heard Tagalog and I was like, oh, okay. That's interesting. So, you know, you don't hear Tagalog often in mainstream movies. But interesting that one of the first times I did that they're pirates. And apparently they weren't originally Filipino. They were supposed to be some other Southeast Asian people. So, I don't know, take that as you want. But representation is important, y'all. Or so I believe. Pirate representation, well... Okay, I don't know. Because it's like the mythological pirate versus the pirates we understand now. And I think there's a lot of racism connected to it. Because pirates now... Like, if you knew about that, you'd automatically think of, like, that Captain Phillips movie. That one where Tom Hanks was in. And then it had that famous, like, scene where it's, like, he's looking at that guy's face. And that guy, the pirate, the head pirate, is looking at Tom Hanks. And he's like, I'm the captain now. So you either think of pirates as those, like, them, North Africans. Or you think of them as Southeast Asians. So if you're Southeast Asian or Northern African, you may get pirate roles. That's just the bleak reality of Hollywood, y'all. Didn't mean to drop that on you. Oops, sorry, I got political on Maine. Okay, it's probably almost 8:30. No, we still got time. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about that. That was kind of weird. But I'm a firm believer in representation is important, and that was weird. Also, the way people talk about Filipinos in general in media, it's really stereotypical. Duh. Okay, y'all can't see the chat, but co-editor Rebecca said she is currently dropping out of school to become a Filipino pirate extra. Honestly, if you can make bank, Rebecca, I support you 10,000%. Like, take advantage of Hollywood and be like, yeah, whatever, okay. Like, you need a Filipino pirate, you need a vague, Southeast Asian to be a pirate or something. Like, sign me up, I need money. And you'll be in a Wes Anderson film, so that's fine. I think I shaded too much this broadcast. I just like to clarify, I have nothing against Wes Anderson. I think he's cool. But obviously there's always room for critique in popular culture. And I'm a culture studies major, as y'all heard. and I'm always critiquing that stuff. Ah, dang it. Oh no, what if I cut? Ooh, you know who I loved in this movie? And just love in general? Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe, if you ever watch this broadcast, I think you're hype. You're really cool. And the Florida Project, y'all, the Florida Project, that movie, that is a good movie. I'm just saying that because Willem Dafoe is in that movie. And, I highly recommend. It was very powerful. Oh no, there was another black person in a Wes Anderson movie. He was Brazilian, So George. He actually did music for The Life Aquatic. Highly recommend that album too. It was really good. It was like he was covering David Bowie songs in Brazilian Portuguese. It was very nice. Ooh, the Florida Project. I honestly love that movie. It's like pretty sad, but I mean, it makes you think. Also, the actresses, bruh, they did so good. Like, one was a child. She did amazing. But also the mother, like, apparently she never professionally acted before that, but like, she was so good. Honestly, I think Oscar worthy. And I know people just throw that around, but she did good. Like, she was so believable. So I highly commend her on her skill there. But yeah, pretty heavy movie. Pretty sad, but makes you think. And thinking's good. Actually, no, sometimes thinking gets you into trouble. Stop thinking. I'm just kidding. Can I get a quick check? What time is it? Please. Thank you. Man, I wish I had all the time in the world. I'd just be on here talking about movies with y'all. If only. My scene doesn't look too bad, though. I wish I could include more of my cutouts, which I did not plan too well for. It's 8:27? Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to wrap it up now. Man, and I have so much work, I can't even finish the zine. Okay. Well, yeah, okay, so, excuse me. So what we did tonight, y'all, was I showed you how to make I don't really know what to call this zine, but it's a new method of zine making. It's different from the one-page zine, which we've done for the past two broadcasts, where basically you'd be using one page of, like, regular letter paper, but you'd still use letter paper for this one. But the great thing about this zine is that you can have as many pages as you want. So I suggested getting 2 pages, 2 plain sheets of paper this time, and then that would give you 14 pages, not including the front and back. So you can add on to that. You can, like, literally even use just 1 page, and I think that gives you, I'm not about to do math right now and embarrass myself, but you'd have less pages. But yeah, this one you can, like, use as many pages as you want. The great thing about it is that if you use that method that I use and, like, you cut a bit off the end, then you can just, like, take a stapler, a standard size stapler. Oh my. And then once you cut off those edges, you can, like, easily staple to the middle so that it's much more secure. Or you can do the method that I showed and you can, like, open up the staples so that it looks like that. And then you take a pin, like a bobby pin or a sewing needle, and then you take the staple and then you, like, get a pen and then you just, like, mark where the edges go, and then you get your pin. you quickly puncture those holes in so they're ready for your staples, and then the staples that you have opened, you can just like plug them in there so that you literally have like a booklet, a little booklet like that. And this week's theme was cinematic universes. I chose the Wes Anderson cinematic universe. It doesn't really count as a like cinematic universe since I don't think his films like go in and out of each other. But I liked his style, so I focused on that. We had some Star Wars. We had some like Studio Ghibli. Like, that's cool. I wish I could see it, but yeah, that's fine. Thank you for joining me on the broadcast tonight, y'all. Yeah, hopefully I finish the zine, maybe, and then, ooh, maybe you can see it on the Zines by You webpage. Ooh, remember, y'all, the Zines by You webpage? That webpage is gonna be popping, because it's Zines by You. Zines by community members. We want to see it. Like, don't worry if you need more broadcasts so you can learn how to make zines. I got you. Like, just tune in, or if you can't tune in, like, we're gonna be posting these anyways. So we got you. Yes, post your zines if you want to share what you have. Post them on your stories, or if you want to make a whole post, that's awesome. But yeah, you can like post them on your stories, then you can like just tag us at the continuous. But y'all, you have to use excuse me, you have to use the hashtag #continuezines so that we can have like a nice tag just for us and the zines you make through the continuous. And like a few years from now, when we can all go back to that tag and we can be like, wow, look at what we did there. Isn't that so, ooh, whoa, just like Wes Anderson, like thinking back to the past, nostalgia. What? Okay, well, I gotta leave, y'alls. You've been an amazing audience. Like, you're always all so amazing, and I love y'all. And I'm glad that you'd want to come and make zines with me. I really appreciate that. So thanks, everybody. But I gotta do work now, and I hope you do too. Well, I don't hope you have work, because that's trash. But I mean, I hope at least like when you're going off. Okay, I don't even know where I was going with that. My mind right now. Okay. Bye, y'all. Thanks for coming. Good luck with all your work, your homework, your midterms, your projects. Ooh, I gotta work on that stuff. Okay, bye, guys. Thank you.